here. I'm bringing you another haul today, and I know my last video was a haul, but I have been doing some buying, etc. If you hear my cat meowing during the video, he might be a little annoying. I do apologise, but I haven't fed him yet, and he's vocalising his displeasure at me filming before feeding him. So yes, he's a bit stroppy at the moment. Anyway, I'll get right into it. The first three things I got were from Sigma, and they were some individual brushes. I am a big fan of the MAC 217, but at $40 a brush, I wasn't keen on buying any more than the one I've got. But I did know that Sigma had a pretty close dupe for it, and that is their E25. So I bought two of them. And the reason is I have a tendency, I've got a lack of good crease blending brushes, so I have a tendency to use the same one over and over again. So of course it gets very dirty very quickly, and I'm always trying to spot clean it to try and get the latest colour off it. So I thought having a couple more would be good. So I've noticed this just definitely feels considerably softer than the MAC brush, and it doesn't feel quite as dense, but I'm sure it'll still work quite well. And then the other one I got was their E45, which was their small tapered blending. And the reason why I got this was I have very small eyes, and sometimes it's quite hard to get in right into the crease. And this one has a very sharp pointed taper, and it's also very dense, so this makes it much easier to blend precisely into the crease. So that's that one. So these actually only arrived, I was literally just pulling in home as the postman was leaving, and I managed to catch him, so I didn't actually expect to have these for another week or so, but they arrived pretty quickly. And of course Sigma's much cheaper than MAC, so these were only $10 a brush instead of $40, which is pretty good. The other thing, which is the main part of this haul, is from Makeup Geek. Now, I have had a previous video showing my Makeup Geek collection as it was at that point. I'll put a video link up here for it. But for those of you who aren't aware, I am a massive Makeup Geek fan. Marlena's eyeshadows are to die for. And I'm not going to make a secret of it. I intend to have every single one of her colours eventually. I'm well on my way. I think I already have a dozen after this latest haul. I think I probably only have a dozen colours left which I haven't bought. So no doubt within the next few months I'll probably just bite the bullet and get the rest of them, so I'll have the full range. But the first thing I got were three Z palettes. Now for those of you who don't know what a Z palette is, they're all the rage, but essentially you take your depotted eyeshadows, so just the little pans, and you place them in here, and they're magnetised and they stick, and then it just snaps shut. So the great thing about these is they save a lot of space. So for me, my eyeshadow collection, I love buying palettes, but obviously palettes can be quite bulky, and it's gotten to the stage now where I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. Even though I love having all those beautiful packaging in the palettes, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, depot them all, put the eyeshadows into the Z palettes, and chuck out the palette packaging. So I'm thinking things like my Naked palettes, my Urban Decay Book of Shadows, possibly my Too Faced Sweet Indulgence, those sorts of really big chunky palettes which look gorgeous but just aren't practical when you're living in a small space and need some more room. So yes, so I got three of those. Two of them will end up being storing my Makeup Geek eyeshadows, I'd say, and then the other one will probably store my Naked palettes and probably my Urban Decay Book of Shadows. The reason why I want to put the Naked palettes in here, even though they're not small, is I am going to be doing my own makeup for my wedding, and the wedding is going to be in a different city, so I'm going to have to travel, and I'm going to need makeup which is easily travel size, so I've no doubt I'll be using the Naked palettes, so I need something that's obviously easy to travel. So yes, so that does that. Each of the palettes came with their own circular magnetised backing, so if you are depotting circular shadows which aren't sticking, put these on the back. I'm pretty sure most of the stuff I'm going to be doing is magnetised because they're all metal, but I know MAC are reverse polarised, so these would help if you were depotting MAC shadows. So I'll get on to the Makeup Geek eyeshadows I bought. I put them in a Z palette just for ease. So these are the ones I have bought in this haul, and as you can see they are all neutral. The reason for that is if you did see my other collection video, you'd know that I had a lot of very intense, colourful colours from Makeup Geek, and I actually tended to neglect the neutrals, so got mostly neutrals this time around. So I will go through them very quickly. Probably should have thought about this before I put them in, because now I'm going to have to take them out again. But I'll start at the bottom. We have Galaxy, which is a shimmery charcoal grey-black. We have Mocha, which is a matte mid-tone, mid to dark tone reddish brown. We have Latte, which is a matte light true warm brown. We have Cupcake, which is a muted matte pink. We have got Creme Brulee, which is a light orangey neutral peach colour, and it is matte. Most of these are matte, I think. Doopy-doopy-doo. Purely Naked is quite similar to Creme Brulee, actually, if you have a look here. This one here is Purely Naked and this one here is Creme Brulee. So they're actually very, very similar, but Purely Naked does actually have a slight satin finish to it, and it's slightly darker. Got White Lies, which is a matte white. Frappe, which is a mid-tone matte red brown. Taupe Notch, actually, sorry. I'm good if I actually read the back. Is a mid to dark taupe colour, funny enough. It has a slight satin finish. We have Beaches and Cream, which is a lovely highlight blending colour. It's a peachy neutral colour, and it's matte. Yeah. We have Hipster. Not sure really how to describe this one, actually. It's a very soft satin finish, cool toned brown. Kato, do you mind? Really do need to feed him. Bling is a shimmery, cool toned highlight colour. And Shimma Shimma is a warm tone shimmery highlight colour. They're actually quite similar to each other. They looked a lot different in the pan. Bling looked more like it had silver in it, but it's not quite so much. Excuse me while I turf the cat away. Then we have Country Girl, which is a beautiful mid to dark tone red brown. It has a satin to shimmer finish. And let me show you a swatch of this one. It's beautiful. It's there. It's beautiful. And then the last one is one that I hadn't actually intended to get. It's one of their new colours, but all the reviews I've seen on it said it was amazing, and it's Cosmopolitan. And apparently it's almost identical, except much better to MAC's Expensive Pink, I think. But I don't own an Expensive Pink, so I don't actually know. But it is a beautiful colour. It's this one here. It's a beautiful, highly shimmery, peachy pink colour. So, just beautiful. And with my skin tone colouring, that's actually going to look really, really nice. So, very happy with that. Glad I got it. But yeah, that's one of their new colours. As with all of Makeup Geek's products, for their eyeshadows, the pigmentation is incredible. They're easy to blend. And they're really cheap for what you get. I mean, they're $7 US a pan, I think. Which, now that the Australian dollar's dropped, it worked out to be about, it's probably about $9 a pan, I think. Which still, when you're comparing an MAC eyeshadow in Australia is $32, less than 10 bucks a pan doesn't seem that bad. So, yeah, that was a quick rundown. I will probably end up doing a redo of my collection where I'll do full swatches on all of the eyeshadows I have. I'll probably wait until I have the remainder of the collection. And I'll probably take a few videos to go through them just because there are so many, but that way people have an idea of what they actually swatch like for all the different colours. But yes, so that is what I got. Now I am like I said, going to be depotting a bunch of stuff. If you want to see what I depot into these Z palettes and see how much I can fit in there, etc., leave a comment below. I will do a video for it if it is wanted, once I have gotten around to doing them. But yes, other than that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!